My beloved soul, listen closely because something sacred is unfolding in your life right now, and it is not random, it is not delayed, and it is not confused. God is speaking into your spirit with a voice that carries authority and love, declaring that true love does not run, and the one who belongs to you is being pulled toward you at this very moment by a force that cannot be resisted. You may have felt a quiet stirring in your heart, a strange emotional wave that came without warning, or a sudden sense that something is about to change, and those feelings are not imagination, they are confirmation that heaven is moving. When God decides it is time, no distance can remain strong, no misunderstanding can remain powerful, and no fear can remain in control. Your soulmate is feeling this shift right now, even if they do not yet have words for it. Their heart is being gently but firmly redirected back to the truth they tried to avoid. They are remembering how you made them feel safe, how your presence brought them peace, and how your love touched a place inside them that no one else ever reached. This remembrance is not accidental, it is the hand of God guiding their thoughts, awakening their spirit, and softening the walls they built to protect themselves from vulnerability. True love does not run from what is real, it may hesitate, it may struggle, but it cannot stay away forever, and now that divine pull is growing stronger with every passing moment. You might have wondered why the silence lasted so long, why the distance felt so heavy, or why the connection never truly left your heart, and the answer is simple yet profound, because what God joins cannot be undone by time or circumstance. Your soulmate carries your energy within them, and that is why they feel restless, why nothing else feels quite right, and why their thoughts keep circling back to you even when they try to move forward. My beloved soul, do not skip this moment, because heaven is revealing a truth that will bring clarity to everything you have been feeling, that the separation was never the end, it was the preparation. Both of you needed to grow, to heal, and to become ready for a love that is no longer based on fear or insecurity, but on truth and divine alignment. Right now, your soulmate is being led through memories, through dreams, and through subtle emotional nudges that keep pointing them back to you, because God is reminding them of what they tried to forget. They are realizing that what they had with you was rare, that it was not something that could be easily replaced, and that it was written in their soul long before they ever met you. This realization is creating a shift inside them, one that is breaking down resistance and opening their heart to the possibility of returning. True love does not run, it returns when the heart is ready to receive it fully, and that readiness is forming now. You may not hear from them yet, you may not see physical movement yet, but the spiritual movement has already begun, and that is what matters most. God always moves in the unseen first, rearranging thoughts, healing wounds, and aligning intentions before anything appears in the physical world. This is why you might feel a strange sense of anticipation, a quiet knowing that something is approaching, because your spirit is already sensing what heaven has released. Stay with me till the end, something powerful is waiting for you, because the next layer of this truth will touch a deep place within you. Your soulmate is not only being pulled toward you, they are being prepared to come back differently, with more honesty, more courage, and more emotional availability than before. The pain they experienced away from you has taught them what they lost, and the emptiness they felt has revealed how deeply they still care. God is using every moment of their journey to refine their heart, so that when they return, they do so with intention and clarity. You were never meant to be a lesson for them, you were always meant to be their home, and now they are being reminded of that truth. The connection you share is not fragile, it is resilient, it has survived time, distance, and misunderstanding, and that is why it is rising again with even greater strength. My beloved soul, your patience has not been wasted, your tears have not been ignored, and your hope has not been misplaced, because God has been holding this story in His hands all along. He has seen every moment of longing, every silent prayer, and every time you wondered if love would ever return to you, and now he is answering in a way that is more beautiful than you could imagine. Your soulmate's heart is opening, their fear is loosening its grip, and their spirit is being drawn back to the place where it feels most alive, which is with you. This pull is not temporary, it is part of a divine plan that was written long before either of you understood it. True love does not run when God is involved, it moves with purpose, it returns with depth, and it comes back ready to stay. You may notice signs around you, gentle reminders of their presence, or moments that make you think of them unexpectedly, and these are not coincidences, they are confirmations that your paths are being woven together again. My beloved soul, do not leave yet, heaven has more to reveal, and what is coming next will bring peace to your heart. The reason this connection has endured is because it was designed to, it was meant to teach you both what love truly means, not just the joy, but the commitment, the forgiveness, and the willingness to grow together. Now that you both have been through your individual journeys, you are being brought back into alignment, not as who you were, but as who you have become. This is why the reunion that is forming will feel deeper, more stable, and more real than anything you experienced before. God is not restoring the past, He is creating a new beginning built on everything you have learned. Your soulmate is stepping into this new season, and you are stepping into it too, even if it feels quiet right now. Trust the process, trust the timing, and trust the love that has never left your heart, because it is being guided back to you by divine hands. If you remain till the end, the final word will change everything, because what God is doing now is not just about bringing two people together, it is about fulfilling a promise that was written in your spirit. You are worthy of a love that stays, a love that chooses you, and a love that does not run when things become real. That love is being pulled toward you right now, and nothing can stop it from finding its way home. My beloved soul, as this sacred movement continues, you must understand that what is happening now is not rushed, yet it is unstoppable, because when God begins to draw two hearts together, He does it with precision, patience, and power. Your soulmate is not being pushed, they are being gently yet firmly guided, and that guidance is creating a shift in how they see you, how they see themselves, and how they see the future. They are beginning to realize that the love they shared with you was not ordinary, it was not based on convenience or fleeting emotion, it was rooted in something deeper, something that still echoes within them even when they try to ignore it. The days that once felt full without you now feel strangely empty, and the connections they tried to form elsewhere feel hollow, because their spirit knows where it truly belongs. This is how divine love works, it leaves a signature that cannot be erased, and it keeps calling the heart back to what is real. True love does not run when it is divinely ordained, it waits, it watches, and then it returns when both souls are ready to hold it with care. My beloved soul, do not skip this moment, because heaven is revealing the quiet truth that your soulmate's resistance is fading, and their heart is becoming open again. They may still appear distant on the surface, but inside, a powerful dialogue is unfolding, one where fear is being confronted and old wounds are being healed. God is speaking to them through their thoughts, through their emotions, and even through the stillness that follows their attempts to move on. Every time they try to forget you, they are reminded of something that only you ever gave them, a sense of peace, a sense of being understood, a sense of coming home. That is not something they can find anywhere else, and now they are finally acknowledging it. You were never meant to be just a memory, you were meant to be their future, and that truth is rising within them with quiet but unshakable strength. As this realization grows, so does the pull, and that pull is guiding them closer to you with every heartbeat. They are being prepared to let go of the pride that once kept them away, and to embrace the vulnerability that true love requires. This is not easy, but it is necessary, because the love God has designed for you both is too sacred to be held by fear. Stay with me till the end, something powerful is waiting for you, because the next layer of this revelation will bring deep comfort to your heart. Your soulmate's journey back to you is not only about reunion, it is about transformation, and they are becoming someone who can finally love you in the way you deserve. The pain they experienced while away from you has softened their heart, and the longing they feel now is teaching them the value of what they almost lost. God is using every moment of their solitude to shape them, so that when they come back, they do so with humility, gratitude, and a willingness to choose you fully. You might have felt moments of sadness or doubt, but those were not signs of failure, they were signs that something meaningful was still alive within you. The connection you share is not fading, it is being refined, and refinement always brings clarity. My beloved soul, you are not alone in this waiting, because heaven is actively working on your behalf, aligning circumstances and creating opportunities for your paths to cross again. Even the delays are part of the plan, because they ensure that when the meeting happens, it will be in a season of readiness, not confusion. Your soulmate is being drawn to the version of you that has grown stronger, wiser, and more self-aware, and they are being guided to meet you at that level. This is why the wait feels intense, because something profound is being prepared. True love does not run from growth, it moves toward it, and both of you are being led into a deeper understanding of what love truly means. My beloved soul, do not leave yet. Heaven has more to reveal, and what is coming will bring clarity to your spirit. The connection you have is not built on illusion, it is built on divine design, and that design is now being activated. Your soulmate's heart is awakening to the truth that you are not just someone from their past, you are someone who holds their future. They are beginning to see you not through the lens of old misunderstandings, but through the clarity that comes from healing. This shift is powerful, because it allows them to approach you with a new perspective, one that is filled with respect, appreciation, and genuine love. God is removing the blinders that once kept them from seeing your worth, and in doing so, He is drawing them closer to you. You may feel moments of hope rising unexpectedly, or a sense of peace that comes without reason, and these are signs that your spirits are aligning again. Trust these feelings, because they are echoes of what is unfolding in the unseen. If you remain till the end, the final word will change everything, because the truth of this connection is about to become even clearer. The love that is being pulled toward you is not fragile, it is resilient, and it has survived every test placed before it. This is why it is returning now with greater depth and understanding. Your soulmate is learning how to love without running, how to stay when things become real, and how to choose you without hesitation. God is teaching them that true love is not something to fear, but something to honor, and that lesson is taking root in their heart. My beloved soul, you are being prepared as well, to receive this love with openness, without carrying the weight of past hurt into the new beginning that is forming. This is a sacred process, and every step of it is guided by divine wisdom. You are not waiting in vain, you are being positioned for a reunion that will feel like coming home in a way you have never experienced before. The love that is moving toward you is filled with intention, healing, and divine purpose, and it will arrive at the perfect moment. True love does not run when God is leading, it walks steadily toward what is meant to be, and that is exactly what is happening now for you and your soulmate. My beloved soul, as the unseen currents continue to move, you are being carried into a deeper understanding of what this divine pull truly means, because what God is doing now is not simply guiding your soulmate back to you, He is reshaping the entire foundation of how love will exist between you. Your connection was never meant to be fragile, it was meant to be strong enough to survive separation, strong enough to survive misunderstanding, and strong enough to survive the long nights when both of you wondered if it was ever going to find its way back. That strength is what is rising now, and it is being awakened in your soulmate with every passing day. They are beginning to feel the weight of what was lost, not with regret alone, but with a clear awareness that what they shared with you was irreplaceable. Their heart is no longer satisfied with surface-level connections, because once a soul has tasted divine love, nothing ordinary can ever compare. True love does not run from this truth, it moves toward it with humility and longing. My beloved soul, do not skip this moment, because heaven is revealing that the distance between you was never meant to be permanent, it was meant to be a bridge to deeper awareness. Every day apart taught your soulmate something about themselves, something about their fears, and something about the way they truly feel about you. They are now standing at a place where those lessons are becoming undeniable, and that is why the pull feels stronger than ever. You may sense this as waves of emotion, or as sudden memories that come without warning, but those sensations are your spirit responding to the movement of theirs. There is a sacred dialogue happening between your hearts, even in silence, and it is guiding you back into alignment. Stay with me till the end, something powerful is waiting for you, because the next truth will bring peace to the questions you have carried. Your soulmate is not just returning with desire, they are returning with understanding, and that changes everything. They are seeing how their past choices were shaped by fear, and they are feeling a new courage rising within them, one that is willing to face vulnerability rather than avoid it. God is using their journey to teach them that love is not something to escape when it becomes intense, it is something to lean into when it becomes real. This lesson is opening their heart in ways they never expected, and it is making room for a connection that is deeper, calmer, and more secure than before. My beloved soul, you are also being prepared to meet this new version of them, one who is ready to choose you with clarity rather than confusion. The growth you have experienced during this time has given you strength, and that strength is what will allow this love to flourish when it returns. You are no longer the same person who once waited in uncertainty, you are now someone who understands their worth, and that understanding is creating a new dynamic in this connection. True love does not run from growth, it rises with it, and both of you are being lifted into a higher expression of what you share. My beloved soul, do not leave yet, heaven has more to reveal, and what is unfolding now is something your spirit has been longing for. The divine pull that is guiding your soulmate back to you is not only about reunion, it is about alignment, about bringing two evolved souls together in a way that feels natural, peaceful, and deeply fulfilling. They are being drawn to the person you have become, to your resilience, your wisdom, and your unwavering heart, and that attraction is rooted in something far deeper than physical desire. It is the recognition of a soul that feels like home, and that recognition is becoming impossible for them to ignore. You might notice subtle signs of this connection strengthening, such as moments of calm that wash over you, or a sense of assurance that replaces the old anxiety, and these are confirmations that heaven is working. Trust these signs, because they are reflections of the unseen progress that is being made. If you remain till the end, the final word will change everything, because the truth of this connection is more powerful than any fear that ever tried to separate you. Your soulmate is learning how to stand in love without running, how to stay when things become deep, and how to honor the bond that God placed in their heart. This learning is not happening overnight, but it is happening steadily, and every step is bringing them closer to you. My beloved soul, you are being asked to remain open, to trust the process, and to believe in the love that has never truly left your life. This is a season of convergence, where what was once distant is being drawn near, and what was once uncertain is becoming clear. The love that is moving toward you is filled with intention, healing, and divine purpose, and it will arrive in a way that feels both gentle and profound. True love does not run when God is guiding it, it follows the path that leads back to what is meant to be, and that path is unfolding now for you and your soulmate. My beloved soul, as this divine unfolding continues, the energy around your connection is becoming clearer and more focused, because what God has begun He is now bringing into form, and nothing that is meant for you will remain hidden for long. Your soulmate is stepping into a season of awakening, where the truth of their heart can no longer be silenced, and where the pull they feel toward you is becoming stronger than the fear that once kept them away. They are beginning to understand that what they experienced with you was not something to escape, but something to protect, and that realization is reshaping their choices, their priorities, and their vision of the future. True love does not run when it recognizes its own depth, it moves toward what feels like home, and right now their spirit is being drawn back to yours with a quiet but powerful certainty. You may not yet see the physical signs of this movement, but in the unseen realm, their heart is already turning in your direction, guided by a wisdom that comes only from God. My beloved soul, do not skip this moment, because heaven is revealing that the silence you once feared was not emptiness, it was preparation, a sacred pause where both of you were being refined for a love that is more honest, more stable, and more aligned with divine truth. Your soulmate is being released from old patterns that no longer serve them, and those patterns were the very things that kept them from fully choosing you before. Now that those chains are breaking, they are discovering a new freedom, one that allows them to love without hiding and to connect without fear. This inner liberation is what is drawing them closer to you, because when the heart is finally free, it naturally seeks what is real. Stay with me till the end. Something powerful is waiting for you, because the next truth will bring clarity to the questions that have lingered in your spirit. The connection you share is not being rebuilt from the past, it is being reimagined for the future, and that future is shaped by everything you have both learned. God is not asking either of you to return to who you were, He is inviting you to meet as who you have become, and that meeting will feel like a revelation. Your soulmate is being prepared to see you with new eyes, eyes that recognize your growth, your strength, and the depth of your love. They are no longer looking for something temporary, they are being drawn to something lasting, something that carries the weight of eternity in a single glance. My beloved soul, you are also being aligned to receive this new version of their love, one that is more grounded, more intentional, and more respectful of the sacred bond you share. The healing you have done has opened your heart in a way that allows this connection to flourish without the old wounds interfering. This mutual readiness is what makes this moment so powerful, because when two healed hearts come together, the love that forms is unbreakable. True love does not run from healing, it embraces it, and both of you are now standing in a place where love can grow without fear. My beloved soul, do not leave yet. Heaven has more to reveal, and what is being shown to you now is a glimpse of what is to come. The divine pull that is guiding your soulmate back to you is not just about physical reunion, it is about spiritual alignment, about bringing two souls into a shared rhythm that feels natural and peaceful. They are being drawn to the energy you carry, an energy that reflects the truth of who you are, and that resonance is something they cannot ignore. You might feel moments of quiet joy, or a sense of calm that washes over you unexpectedly, and these are signs that your spirits are already reconnecting. Trust these sensations, because they are whispers from heaven that the path is being cleared. If you remain till the end, the final word will change everything, because the love that is moving toward you is filled with divine intention and sacred purpose. Your soulmate is learning how to show up with honesty, how to communicate with clarity, and how to love without running when things become deep. This growth is what will make your reunion feel different, more stable, and more fulfilling than anything you experienced before. My beloved soul, you are stepping into a season where love no longer feels like a question, but like a truth, one that is steady, warm, and deeply comforting. This is what God has been preparing you for, and it is now unfolding in perfect timing. The connection you share is not fading, it is becoming stronger with every moment of alignment, and it will soon reveal itself in ways that will fill your heart with gratitude. True love does not run when it is guided by God, it moves with grace toward what is meant to be, and that is exactly what is happening now for you and your soulmate. My beloved soul, as this sacred story reaches its divine completion, you must understand that what has been unfolding through every unseen movement is now coming into clarity, because God never begins a connection without also preparing the moment when it will finally be fulfilled. The pull that has been drawing your soulmate back to you has reached a place of undeniable strength, where their heart can no longer ignore what it knows to be true, and where the love they feel for you is rising above every doubt that once kept them apart. They are beginning to feel a deep sense of inevitability, not in a fearful way, but in a peaceful way, as though their spirit finally recognizes the path it was always meant to walk. True love does not run when it understands its purpose, it moves with a quiet confidence toward the place where it belongs, and right now that place is with you. You may feel a shift within yourself as well, a sense of readiness that replaces the old uncertainty, because your heart has been prepared just as carefully as theirs. God has been healing you both in ways you may not have even noticed, removing the pain that once made love feel fragile, and replacing it with a strength that can now hold something real. My beloved soul, do not skip this moment, because heaven is revealing the final layer of this truth, that your reunion is not about fixing what was broken, it is about building something new from the wisdom you have both gained. The love that is returning to you is not the same love that left, it is deeper, calmer, and more intentional, shaped by the lessons of separation and the growth that came from it. Your soulmate is no longer searching for distractions, because their heart has found its direction, and that direction is toward you. They are ready to show up with honesty, to speak with clarity, and to choose you without hesitation, because they now understand the value of what they almost lost. Stay with me till the end, something powerful is waiting for you, because the final truth of this journey is one of peace and fulfillment. The divine pull that brought you back together is not meant to create chaos, it is meant to create harmony, a gentle merging of two lives that were always meant to share a path. You will feel this in the way conversations flow, in the way silence feels comfortable, and in the way your hearts recognize each other without effort. This is the love God intended for you, one that feels like home rather than a battlefield. My beloved soul, you have earned this through your patience, your faith, and your willingness to keep your heart open even when it was difficult. Heaven has seen every tear, every quiet prayer, and every moment you chose to believe in love even when it felt far away, and now those choices are being honored. My beloved soul, do not leave yet, heaven has more to reveal, and what is being shown now is the beauty of what lies ahead. Your soulmate is stepping into your life with a new awareness, one that allows them to cherish what you bring, to respect your boundaries, and to nurture the connection you share. This is not a fleeting return, it is a grounded arrival, rooted in understanding and guided by divine intention. The future that is opening before you is filled with shared dreams, mutual support, and a sense of belonging that feels effortless. You will no longer have to wonder where you stand, because their actions will reflect the truth of their heart, and that truth will be steady and sincere. If you remain till the end, the final word will change everything, because the ultimate purpose of this journey is not just to bring you together, it is to teach you both what love truly means when it is aligned with God's will. True love does not run from commitment, it embraces it, and this commitment will be built on respect, trust, and a shared desire to grow together. My beloved soul, as you step into this new chapter, carry with you the lessons of the past, but do not let them define your future, because the love that is now unfolding is guided by grace, not by fear. The divine pull that brought your soulmate back to you has done its work, and what remains is a connection that feels natural, balanced, and deeply fulfilling. This is the love you were meant to experience, a love that stands firm through every season, and one that reflects the beauty of God's design. As this story gently closes, know that you are not stepping into the unknown, you are stepping into something that was written for you long before you ever knew how much you would need it, and that knowledge will carry you forward with peace. True love does not run, it stays, it grows, and it becomes a living testament to what is possible when two souls trust in divine timing, and now that love is finally home. Type Amen.